My name is Betty Pospisil, and I've been coming to Mitchell Wesleyan for about 5 years. In December of 2010, just 6 weeks after my baby boy Ivor, known to most of you as Gus, was born, I began noticing that something was very wrong with my body. You see, previous to my pregnancy with Ivor, I had been diagnosed with hypoglycemia, so I believed that I just needed to take better care of myself. But then I began experiencing new symptoms unexplained by that diagnosis. I went to my doctor and she ran tests. They all came back normal. I explained it away. Maybe I had a virus, or was it that I just had a baby? After all, with a new baby, a busy 4-year-old, as well as a 6-year-old son, of course I was tired and worn down. Surely I just needed to take better care of myself. Then in January of 2011, my body shut down. I was not being able to determine what was going on. They transported me by ambulance to Mayo Clinic. I didn't want to leave the swing bed unit. I didn't want to leave my children, my little baby, my husband. How could I travel there all alone? The day before I was to go to Mayo, a couple we knew from a Love and Respect course that we had taken, named Steve and Kay French, walked through the door. They said, "How would you feel about us going to Mayo with you?" I was amazed and shocked. How would it feel to go to this enormous facility with support, people who would hold my hand and pray for me and comfort me every step of the way? I was blown away and overjoyed. It was as if God had sent angels to walk beside me there. The next day, my sister and her husband and my 2 nieces traveled from southern Illinois to Rochester to be there for me. I enjoyed snuggling with the girls in my hospital bed, and my brother-in-law told me jokes to keep my spirits up. My sister was my advocate, asking all the questions my mind was too jumbled to even think about. My brother-in-law said to me at one point, "I don't understand why you're here. You're such a good person. How could God do this to you? How did this happen?" I didn't have an answer for him, but the Holy Spirit whispered to my heart, "This is not a punishment. It will be used for God's glory." A team of doctors came to me and said, "We aren't sure what is wrong with you." One night, as I spent time searching and researching my symptoms on the internet, I prayed to God to lead me to anyone who could help us. Moments after that prayer, I came upon a doctor in Charlotte, North Carolina. The day of my appointment, we arrived at Dr. Lapp's office. We were given a diagnosis: myalgic encephalitis, or MECFS, and I had POTS, postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome. I felt that the life I knew was slipping away, but God had more blessings and joy in store for our journey. The disease of ME has taken many things from me, some painful: the ability to be independent, to drive on a consistent basis, to watch much television, talk on the phone for lengths of time, to stand for long periods of time, or even go outside for a walk. Some are heart-wrenching: the ability to carry my baby, to play with my children, to go on family adventures, to take a shower, and some days even go from my bed to the bathroom and back. While each day is extremely challenging, God brings us joy. Without the distraction of television, I began doing more Bible study, and it seemed each day there were lessons and verses to cling to lift my soul. Another joy is our miracle child, Gus. Bringing joy to my heart in the midst of raw pain, I call him my miracle child. Because if we had not been early misdiagnosed when my symptoms first started, we would have never chosen to have him, knowing how sick I was. And knowing it hasn't been easy, I can't imagine our lives without him. He and Ella and Liam give me a reason to keep hoping for a miracle. I believe with all my heart that God can heal me if He chooses to do so, but I still have to live my life in this body with ME each day. Looking back, I can still see all the pain and feel it. But God also showed me through the people He sent to help that He could and would meet our needs if only we would let Him. When everything is taken away from you, you learn to appreciate the simple pleasures, and they become enormous sources of joy.